factors that they don't control. But, should he actually be giving it to us even straighter than that, like the Bank of England, or is that too much?
Yeah, I think he should be. Believe it or not, I get it that people in the markets worry about that, but straight shooting is what we need. The problem is...
Without missing a beat. Back to choosing any car in the aisle. Back to being the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that is focused on discovering, licensing, acquiring, and developing therapeutics to diagnose and treat diseases and just to make people's lives in general better. And the company is traded here at the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol TNXP. With me is CEO Seth Letterman. Welcome, Seth. And I understand you are looking into long COVID and whether there's anything Tonix can do to help with that. Can you explain what you're doing there?
Thank you, Jane, and thanks for having me on. Yes, as you know, we've been working on fibromyalgia for many years. And even before I entered the biotech industry, I was a rheumatologist and a professor at Columbia Medical School. So I've had a long history studying fibromyalgia. And at Tonix, we have a very active program. It's mid-phase 3 in treating fibromyalgia. So when we first saw long COVID emerge, we realized that about 2/3 of patients with long COVID have a syndrome that's very similar to fibromyalgia. And that's why we've met with the FDA. We have an IND clearance, and we're about to start a phase 2 study testing our fibromyalgia drug for its ability to study long COVID. Now, long COVID, let me just go for the audience. Long COVID occurs in about 1/3 of people who recover from COVID. So once the acute phase of COVID is over, about 1/3 of people wind up with lingering chronic symptoms. And the symptoms are widespread pain, trouble sleeping, fatigue, and brain fog. And those are really the same 4 main symptoms of fibromyalgia. That's what attracted us to it and what got us so interested. Yeah. So we just looked into a database of 75 million lives to see how feasible our study would be, since we're going to focus on long COVID with widespread pain. And from that, we found that about 41%, more than 40% of people out there in the United States, adults, we think would qualify for the phase 2 study we're about to do.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was 1 in 3 people who'd had COVID have long COVID. That is a high percentage. I mean, this could potentially be a big market.
It is a very large market. It's also an enormous threat to the health of the people in the United States and to our healthcare system. And that's why on April 5th, President Biden announced an unprecedented government-wide effort to deal with long COVID. Okay. This is a very big storm brewing, because the things we know about long COVID is about 1/3 of people get it. And the recent studies have shown that vaccination doesn't prevent it.
Oh, boy.
So the rate of long COVID after breakthrough infection, the breakthrough is what people generally call COVID in someone who's vaccinated. The rate of long COVID in breakthrough does not appear to be lower or much lower than the rate of long COVID in people that weren't vaccinated. So this is a big problem headed towards us. A study in England found that about 25% of long COVID patients can't return to work.
Goodness.
So we are really looking at a very big problem. And, because we've been studying fibromyalgia so long, and because we have a clear conception about what's causing long COVID, we're really out in front here. And we're very excited to start this program.
Yeah, well, and this disease just continues to kind of mystify us, this virus. So now let's talk a little bit about TNX 102SL. I'm getting that all right. So yes. Mid-phase 3, this is for fibromyalgia implant long COVID. Explain to me what's going on with that.
Sure. So we have one positive phase 3 study that's completed. And to file our NDA and get approval, you typically need a second study. We have just started enrolling that second study. So we expect to have interim data in the first quarter of next year and to complete the study next year also. 102SL is a sublingual tablet. So it's a tablet that goes under the tongue and it releases the medicine directly into what's called the mucosal membrane. And it's taken once nightly at bedtime. So every night at bedtime, people in the trial take the medicine. And our model is that it improves sleep quality. So it's not a sleeping pill. It doesn't knock you out. It's not a benzo. It's not a hypnotic. And it doesn't cause all the other problems of those drugs. But what this does is taken every night over a period of time, improves sleep quality. And our view is that if you can improve sleep quality, there's, the effects ripple through the nervous system, and there's an element of healing that goes on so that some of these other symptoms like widespread pain, cognitive disorder, brain fog, and fatigue actually get better. But we think that sleep is the Achilles heel, if you will, of fibromyalgia, that if you want to really crack fibromyalgia, if you can improve people's sleep, then what we found in a phase 3 study is they get better.
Okay. Well, we look forward to the updates as always. Dr. Ledman, great to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brinks vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
SEKUR is an instant messaging and email service that is encrypted and is good for confidential communications. And we do know and read about hacks almost on a daily basis. So with me is the CEO of SEKUR, Langahi, to talk about the company and then also some of the products you have for people. So let's just start with, you've got a new product, right?
Yes.
Chat by Invite?
Yes.
Okay,
correct,
tell me about that.
So anyway, hi everyone, thanks for watching. Basically, we launched our new messenger tool with a chat by invite. What it means is that whether you're in the US, Canada, most of Latin America now, and some countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, you can text anyone with a phone number from these countries and invite them to chat with you. Now, why that's important? As you know, if you use a chat application, the recipient needs to have the same application. They also ask for your phone number every time when you download those. First of all, we don't ask for your phone number, so it's way more private and secure. The hackers don't know that you even have an account, that you're using it. And now you can chat with anybody in the world that has a mobile phone, because you can just text them and say, hey, Alain wants to chat with you. And then you click on the link, it's like, okay, and then we open a channel and we chat together in a private and secure manner, as if you had SEKUR. And the thing is that when I initiated the conversation, when I terminated, even if you click again on the link, it's going to be gone. It's going to probably prompt you to buy the service. Okay. But what's really good is that you don't have to download anything. You don't have to register to anything. So it's great for businesses. You know, you have the financial industry, legal, medical, insurance, mortgage, I mean, you name it. People communicate a lot with their clients, and that's going to facilitate, and we're doing it worldwide. As you can see, we've got Colombia, Mexico, a bunch of Latin American, Central American countries, US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, obviously, and a couple of countries in Europe. And we're going to keep expanding, because you need to be able to have the SMS gateway to text the people from that country. So we keep adding countries.
So walk me through. So I need the app, the SEKUR app, which I can download on iOS and Google?
Yeah.
Okay. And then through that, I can text somebody?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
first I would recommend you go to sekur.com.
Okay.
You buy the solution. After that, you can download, because you need to create your account.
I see.
And that needs to be done with us. Then you download on iOS or Android, you sign in, and then you basically can use chat by invite. You can use it using your address book, your contact book. It'll upload it for you. Or if somebody is not in your address book, you put their name, their phone number, it'll send them an invite to click, and then the channel is open. It's a private tunneling system, and the entire communication only happens in our Swiss encrypted server environment, as opposed to sending encryption keys back and forth over the internet. And that's critical to know, because when you send keys back and forth, they can be hacked. Whereas when it's in a server and it never leaves that server, you can be in Tokyo, I can be in Australia. We're both communicating in Switzerland. That's the cool part about it.
Interesting. Okay. And there's also an email service.
Yes, so SEKUR is a bundle of the email service and the SEKUR Messenger. Now we launched SEKUR as a bundle. We have SEKUR Mail, which is just the email, and SEKUR Messenger. We also launched business services, where you can have your domain name with us, or you can migrate your existing business. Most people probably, they already have a business and emails, and they don't want to have data mining or big tech. They want to move to us for privacy and security. Nobody will even know they moved, because they can keep their domain. So that's pretty cool. So that's already out. And we have other products that are coming out as well. Our email application, which will let you have the Secure Send privacy feature from your phone without going through webmail, that's going to be ready mid-June, so in about a month from now. And then we have the SEKUR Voice, which is going to be in September, October, encrypted calls to anyone in the world without having to dial their phone number, which is, again, the same concept of you invite somebody with a link, they open, they can chat with you. And then SEKUR Pro, which is our answer to video conferencing.
Yeah, okay, I was going to ask about that, because we're doing so much of that. And no doubt about it, there's confidential things being exchanged over video.
Of course.
So this is a secure video.
I mean, we have the oil and gas industry right now that's pretty big, right? These people have confidential data, how much they get out of a well. You got the pharmaceutical industry, biotech industry, and financial has always been known that you have conversations that are confidential. But if you look at some of these big companies, that the one that especially that we all use, they have been fined several times between $80 to $100 million, because they sell your data. So our goal is this. Our goal, I mean, we're not going to be able to compete with Microsoft and Zoom and things like that. But we're going to say, listen, if you're a C-level executive, if you're in certain industries, you typically don't have conferences with 500 people. It limits you to 20. And that is the tranche of people that will just pay whatever it costs to get that privacy. The product will cost $50 a month per user. It will include all our services. And $50 a month is really not expensive for a board member, for C-level executives, or other people in the medical industry. And I think even citizens themselves, regular citizens like you and me, individuals, they'll pay for it. So yeah, that's an amazing product. And it'll be the culmination this year of everything we're launching And then next year we have some other things planned.
Okay. Well, I mean, you and I have talked about how this is a growing industry, and we read about it every day. So it's definitely a solution that people need. So.
And now that people work from home or travel is more restricted, let's say, it's a great tool. And companies are trying to save money too. Right. They can't always send somebody on business class to travel just to say hi. Now they have that habit, well, if it's critical, I'm going to send this executive. If it's not, we're just going to do a conference on video. And that's where the business is going to grow like crazy in the next few years.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alain.
Thank you, Jay.
Yep.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brinks vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Capital is a multifaceted yield-generating organization, a DeFi as a service, or DeFi 4.0. Now, Empire Capital offers farming as a service, infrastructure as a service, and is assisting in normalizing DeFi and cryptocurrencies as a whole as well. And additionally, Empire Capital partnered with Santam Digital and created a game-changing iOS and Android app called Roundify through open banking technology. So it allows those in and outside of crypto to build a DeFi portfolio by making everyday real-world purchases through the app. And with me is the Chief Operating Officer, Lachlan Purnell, to talk more about this. Just explain Empire Capital. I gave a little bit of an overview, but it's complicated.
Yeah.
So it is. So tell me what the company is all about.
Well, like you said, we offer a lot. We have a very wide ecosystem under our belt. But just generally what we're looking to do is improve the ability for the public to access the world of DeFi. We're looking to improve the quality of services offered in DeFi, the infrastructure, and we're also looking to bridge the world of traditional finance and decentralized finance.
Okay, so I mean, just talk a little bit about this, your partnership with Santam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is that all about? What does that offer people?
Yeah, so with Santam Digital, they're helping us build the Roundify app. Okay. And so the Roundify is really an easy way for the general public to get into the cryptocurrency world. Like the vast majority of investors haven't got into cryptocurrency or DeFi, and with Roundify, it will be made really easy.
Yeah, and then I said a bunch of stuff there, like farming as a service, infrastructure as a service. Explain that, what that means.
Yeah, so basically we offer developer services. So any project wants to launch a token or an NFT, some kind of new DeFi protocol, or just anything really on the blockchain, they come to us, and on the back end of things, we build everything, we code it, we get it audited and verified by our auditing partners. And then we build the front end, so that's the website that hooks into the blockchain, and it's just the graphics, the UI, the dashboard, basically everything they need. And then obviously we're trying to build that infrastructure between CeFi and DeFi. So that's with the Roundify app. And yeah, just generally like I said, we have a large amount of services we offer. Yeah. So we also have audited smart contracts. So this is infrastructure people can just hook into. It's very well beta tested by other projects, by ourselves. And so that's things like staking contracts, that's cross-chain bridges, and that's Launchpad.
So if I wanted to build something, I could go to your service and you would help me build a DeFi dApp?
Yeah, basically, exactly.
Okay. All right, interesting. So, I mean, that's a lot that you've got going on. I mean, who's kind of your main customer? Who are you looking at?
Well, it depends on what service they want to use. So obviously we tap into the developer side of things. So developers come to us, and then we also offer the ECC token, and that's really for consumers or investors. Basically, we're making it DeFi made easy. It's a one-stop shop for getting exposure to DeFi. So if you hold ECC, in effect, you're getting exposure to an entire range of yield-generating income streams from DeFi, and it all just flows back into that one token.
Yeah. Now, this is a very fast-changing industry. How do you keep up on all this stuff?
you hook in 24/7, and you just try to keep up.
Yeah.
There's a saying like in cryptocurrencies, the industry moves at the pace that the fastest person is willing to sprint. So we're trying to sprint, but it's also a marathon. We're just trying to keep up to date as much as possible. Just trying to. It's hard. There's so much going on.
I'll hear a new term and I'm like, wait, I thought I knew a lot about this, and that's a brand new thing.
Exactly.
In a way, it makes it fun and exciting, but it's also challenging.
For sure.
So explain Empire Capital tokenomics.
Yeah, so basically, I'll just use like an analogy to like a stock, just to make it a bit easier maybe for our audience. So just say you had a stock. So you buy a share, we have a fee on transfer. So whenever you're doing a buy order or a sell order, there's a 10% fee. So on the buy side, 1% is burned, which means it's destroyed. So the total supply is going down over time. This means a deflationary impact, right? So that's just basic supply and demand. And then 9% is what we call reflected. So the reflection mechanic means that if you're holding a stock and someone else buys a stock, that part of that 9% fee is then going to end up in your own wallet. So if you held 1% of ECC, you would then get 1% of the 9% of every buy order. And we recently bridged from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum, so we're now on both chains. And so the equivalent would be, just say you had a stock on the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange at the same time, and no matter where the buy is happening, you're getting more in your wallet. And so that's just auto compounding, automatically happens.
Yeah.
On the sell side of things, it's a 10% fee as well. 2% is making more liquidity to allow more participants to get in. 4% is to our marketing wallet, and that's just obviously for general awareness. And then 4% goes into our treasury, which makes investments into a wide range of income streams, pulls back to the token.
Okay, explain the treasury a little bit more. How does that work?
Yeah, so the treasury is really the backbone of what gives the ECC token value. So this treasury is fed by the sell tax, and then we have these fund managers that look at all these different income streams within DeFi. So we're looking at protocols on Ethereum, Solana, Phantom, Avalanche, basically wherever. And once a certain ROI has been achieved, the profits from that are then used to buy back the ECC token. So it's kind of like if you had a VC firm, that the profits from the investments they make then go back into buying back their own share.
Interesting, innovative approach to DeFi. So thank you so much, Lachlan.
Thanks, Jane. Thanks for having me on.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
PetVivo has a unique tool to treat dogs, horses, and cats suffering from osteoarthritis. And with me is CEO John Lyde. Bring us up to date on what PetVivo is doing. And I know last time we talked, a few months ago, you were doing a lot of hiring. How is that going?
It's going really well. We talked about hiring 3 and then 5 follow along. And so we hired a regional sales manager for the Midwest West region from Iowa, Nebraska West, and then another one for Midwest East from Illinois going east. And also we hired a regional sales manager covering the Southeast United States, Florida, Georgia, and so on. So we're starting to get good coverage in the air, and these are all very seasoned people. I think the least amount of experience in the veterinary sales, she has 25 years.
Oh, wow.
The other guys are 30 years. They have been national sales directors of other companies in the space and been responsible for hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in sales in the space.
So let's back up for a second and just tell me a little bit about, we talked about your technology several times, but maybe this is the first time some people have seen it. So explain the spring technology, what animals it's for, and all that.
So we developed a protein particle matrix, which is patented and trademarked, and the name is Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The uniqueness of the technology is we can treat osteoarthritis, joint afflictions, as well as for rehab. We're finding that the rehab time is significantly shorter. So the product is delivered through an intra-articular injection into the joint. Once it's injected into the joint, it starts to form a matrix, and it forms a scaffolding, and it mimics the cartilage that used to be there. So it's a purely mechanical function. It's a veterinary device. But from that standpoint, we found that it lasts at least a year, which is unique in its sense, and it's addressing the problem of what's causing osteoarthritis and other joint afflictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you go to a lot of conferences and promote the product. Tell me about where you've been lately. How has it been received?
The product has been received very well. And it's principally, a lot of it is due to veterinary doctors talking within the veterinary network. There's various networks that vets ask questions to each other.
Okay.
And we're seeing a lot of our cases showing up there. And it's leading to vet clinics or veterinarian doctors just calling in to find out about the product, and then they end up ordering it, they try it out, and it's a great conversion ratio we're having.
The good old word of mouth marketing.
Well, that's always the best marketing.
It is,
you know,
it is.
A referral from a friend.
Right,
the adoption
right.
rate is so much higher. So every week we're at a different conference for the veterinary space. Principally, we're focused right now more on the low-hanging fruit, which is the equine side.
Okay.
And from that standpoint is these vets see the horses pretty rapidly, I mean pretty often. They do the injection, the horse goes out and does a rodeo. It comes back in, the vet says, oh wow, this is really holding up. We don't have to do anything to take the stress or pain off the horse. So they end up adopting the product. And the owners love it because it's providing great comfort for the animal, as well as it's a major cost savings because they don't have to tap the joints to drain fluid if there's issues. And we're finding out it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, and it's for horses, cats, and dogs.
Horses and dogs, cats will be coming later.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. And then there's some clinical studies going on as well?
Actually, there are studies because we don't need the FDA. We're already cleared through them from the veterinary standpoint. So these studies are helping our salespeople from a marketing standpoint because we know the product works. We see how the product outperforms many of the other therapies out there. So we just have to prove it, you know, and that's where really rapid adoption will occur. And it's posted up on our website, springhealth.com.
So that'll give you the data to show to somebody if they have a question.
On the equine side, they're much easier to adopt because they see the results right away.
Right. Okay.
And it's a much tighter community than the canine.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John, for coming
Thank you, Jane.
Yep.
America keeps turning to KUDLOW. He's been beating the competition to become the king of business news. No one else has his experience. No one else does his kind of analysis.
And I'm not going to hold back.
KUDLOW.
From Wall Street to your street.
Weekdays at 4.
Oh my gosh, you look great! Thanks to Jenny Craig, I've lost 22 pounds in 11 weeks and I'm still going strong. That's amazing. Jenny works.
Jenny Craig Max Up is our most effective program ever. Join now for our limited time offer.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned.
Looked at our electric bills and they keep going up and up and up.
There are times where we have rolling blackouts.
And so I knew that there was going to have to be something I could do.
One of my friends highly recommended Simper Solaris.
Semper Solaris is San Diego's local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor.
We just said we've got to be different. We got to keep our word. We have to do the right things for the customers.
Work hard and keep your word, and that's what we do every single day.
The savings are better than what I expected.
My last bill was actually a credit.
From my experience, I would say I would go with Semper. Don't go looking all around.
I said, I want the A-team. I want the best of the best. This was the A-team.
From the beginning to the end, they have been the best.
Semper offers new AC systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with a 50-year warranty. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. $500 downloadable coupon. $500 off for military first responders and healthcare workers. Call now or visit SemperSolaris.com.
If your long-term disability claim was denied, listen closely. You may be able to recover money. Unum is one of the largest disability insurance carriers, and companies you know like Colonial Life, New York Life, and National Life Group are all part of the Unum family. Unum was fine.
We understand it, so maybe not impacting the market as much.
You know, I think the worst case scenario is already built in. People are, you know, the market's kind of anywhere from 6 to 8 rate hikes coming forward. I think most of the experts out there saying they won't get that far.
Yeah.
You know, with them doing 50% at 50 basis points at a time, we'll get there sooner. But you're starting to see inflation starting to peak. If you look at like lumber's half of what it was. Price of lumber is half of what it was a year ago. You're starting to see copper come back.